The subconscious mind only gives us, those stored memory recap in our body as we start. So here on page number 3, see, it is very rightly in the first paragraph it is written, it is your right to discover this inner world of thought, feeling and power, of light, love and beauty. Though invisible, its forces are mighty. Though invisible, that means our subconscious mind we can't see. We can't see inside, but whatever is going inside our mind, we connect to that deeply. So, within our subconscious mind, you will find a solution for every problem, every problem. So, and the cause of every effect. This is very important. The cause, we are creating the cause inside, and the life we are facing is outside. So, whatever we are carrying as a possession of thought in the mind, that comes as an expression in the outer world. So, because you can draw out the hidden powers, you come into actual possession of the power and wisdom necessary to move forward in abundance, security, joy, and dominion. So, we only can have that abundance, security. See, everything is within us. We seek to find solutions outside. We seek to help from outside to solutions. Everything is within us only. The entire powerhouse is a subconscious mind within us.
Starting with the paragraph, the conscious and subconscious minds, an excellent way to get acquainted with both functions of your mind is to look upon your own minds as a garden. You are a gardener and you are planting seeds, thoughts in your subconscious mind all the day long, based on your habitual thinking. As you sow in your subconscious mind, so shall you reap in your body and environment. Begin now to sow thoughts of peace, happiness, right action, goodwill, and prosperity. Think quietly and with interest on these qualities and accept them fully in your conscious reasoning mind. Continue to plant these wonderful seeds, thoughts in your garden of your mind, and you will reap a glorious harvest. Your subconscious mind may be likened to the soil, which will grow all kinds of seeds, good or bad. Shall I continue?
See, yeah, see, this is so powerful, no? This is such an interesting point. We are the gardeners. We are planting all seeds. Yeah, that means all the thoughts we are, whatever the thoughts we are having, we are only planting all the thoughts, and our subconscious mind is just based on habitual thinking. We are so much attuned to thinking on the same lines that if you start catching yourself, what kind of a thought I'm creating, what is that I'm thinking, then you will understand the quality of thoughts that are going in your mind. So it says that as you sow, so shall you reap. So whatever sow means whatever thoughts we are having continuously in our mind, we are we are only expressing those thoughts, and then a body catches a reaction, action, reaction, and we start um, having those, which is called the affect. So begin to sow thoughts of peace. uh, I request Parivati, can you mute yourself?
Sorry, sorry, is
Thank
it an
you.
unmute? I muted it already.
uh, no, we can hear your little child at the back.
Maybe. Oh,
It's
sorry,
fine.
extremely sorry.
No, it's fine. So I thought you had to say something, so that is why you unmuted yourself.
No, no.
Okay.
Please
So
continue.
so this is the point where begin now to sow thoughts of peace. So peace, happiness, right action, good. These, you know, these points come to attention only when we pay attention to our own thoughts. That what am I telling myself? What story am I telling myself? We might think that something is happening outside. So it says now we have the power to hold the thought, whether we have to react or whether we have to respond. So when we start responding slowly and slowly, that peace starts happening within, because we are shifting our state of mind from a anger zone to a more subtle zone, and slowly the pattern starts shifting. Okay, so the yes, anybody has to add on anything, or else Omkar can continue.
Yeah, nothing from my side. Omkar, you can continue.
Yes, Omkar, yes.
Two men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles. Every thought is, therefore, a cause, and every condition is an effect. For this reason, it is essential that you take charge of your thoughts so as to bring forth only desirable conditions. When your mind thinks correctly, when you understand the truth, when the thoughts deposited in your subconscious mind are constructive, harmonious, and peaceful, and the magic working power of your subconscious will respond and bring about harmonious conditions, agreeable surroundings, and the best of everything. When you begin to control your thoughts processes, you can apply the power of your subconscious to any problem or difficulty. In other words, you will actually be consciously cooperating with the infinite power, an omnipresent law which governs all things. Look around. Look around you wherever you live, and you will notice that the vast majority of mankind lives in the world without. The more enlightened men are intensely interested in the world within. Remember, it is the world within, namely your thoughts, feelings, and imagery, that makes your world without. It is therefore the only creative power, and everything which you find in your world of expression has been created by you in the inner world of your mind, consciously or unconsciously.
See, here it says whatever you have around, means one every time something or the other has always been imagined. Even if we say any monument, any discovery has always been first imagined in our mind, and then it has been an expression outside. So this is where he's saying that we have the powerhouse to change any situation outside. In this point, in the paragraph he's writing, when your mind thinks correctly and when you understand the truth, when the thoughts deposited in your subconscious mind are constructive. So how will be the thoughts deposited in our mind be constructive? The thoughts are always happening because we are reacting something to the outside. So when we start, when there is an anger situation happened, and you have to think that one time it happens, second time it again happens, so that means my mind has started, creating a similar image, a similar pattern. So when I have to break that pattern, I have to shift my thinking from reacting to responding. So when I start responding, that means I am giving a new thought to my subconscious mind to shift from that emotion to a better emotion and a better thought. And as I start shifting, I start, in that continuous practice, we start entering into a different zone. So it requires a lot of practice. But until unless we do this very consciously, we are always going to be, shifting back. Why should I think so? Why? What will make it happen? Why will I do it? But it is we have the power to change whatever is outside. So it says no, the charity begins from home. So your own body and your own mind is your home. So we start shifting from that point, and it starts happening, right? So here he says, when your mind thinks correctly. So now the mind is thinking correctly. No, I have the power to change this situation. So let me shift the thought. Let me think a better thought, and let me start believing in that thought. Because we read the power of belief now in the first initial chapters. We were discussing about the power of belief. So if we shift a belief itself, that something can, if I can shift, everything else can change. Why not? So this gives a flexibility to us, that whenever we want, we can have a better, outcome of the cause and effect. The cause is the thought which we are carrying, and effect is what it comes out as a response, as a reaction, as a manifestation, whatever we say. Any questions, anybody, or any inputs?
Yeah, Parulji.
Yeah.
Sorry. In the same paragraph in the last portion, he mentions when you begin to control your thought processes, you can apply the powers of your subconscious to any problem or difficulty. In other words, you will actually be consciously cooperating with the infinite power and omnipotent law, which
Yes.
governs all things. See, while unleashing the power of subconscious mind, we'll start cooperating consciously with the power. See how beautifully he framed the sentence.
Yes.
It took me to the earlier session while Pushkarni was mentioning about some example, saying if she wants to, somebody wants to do a new project or a new business or whatever, by looking at the outside world, the world without negativity, maybe what people think, these type of thoughts will make us demotivated and demagnetized, as we discussed in the second session.
Yes.
So that the demagnetized portion in the outside world, the world without, will be more concentrated and intensified, in front of which our power or our wish will be very small. With that, we feel and we think in a negative way, that is demagnetized way, will end up with a negative result.
Yes.
So here he is mentioning, when you begin to control your thought process, in that place, we should try to control our thought processes. Then only you can apply the powers of your subconscious to any problem or difficulty.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. That is what I'm saying. Now we have the power to control the emotions. Basically, if something negative is going outside, if I react to it, that means my response has yet not, and I'm still carrying that cause, and the effect is there. So the moment that cause shifts to a better thought, to a better understanding, it will definitely shift the outside. It is going to shift. So that is the power of the, power of our own subconscious. Yes, Pushkarni, anything?
Yeah, in the last statements of the last paragraph which Omji read, that everything which you find in your world of expression has been created by you in the inner world of your mind, consciously or unconsciously. So many times, without our knowledge,
yes, correct.
we pay attention and think negatively without our knowledge, unconsciously, many a times. That is why we get negative results.
So that is what he's saying now. Plant
And
seeds.
it was also mentioned.
You're a gardener.
Yeah. And in the above statement, it was mentioned that
continue.
Your thoughts, feelings, and imagery that makes your world without. So in all the statements, he is telling the same thing, that whatever is inside is reflecting outside. So sometimes your thoughts are conscious or unconscious. So we should be more cautious.
Yes. So, you know, one,
Yeah, in continuation, that
Mm.
consciously or unconsciously, see,
Mm.
something like as a gardener of our garden, it is something like we allow every news channel or every news outside in the media, knowingly or unknowingly, I mean consciously or unconsciously, we allow it to enter into our garden, even though
Yes.
those are not at all useful to our garden, and they'll definitely, like damage the beauty of the garden. So
Yes.
we should put efforts consciously, even that negative thoughts, even unconsciously, should not enter into our garden.
It is at the same time, my thought is like, as you said, the garden, like, there's public garden and private garden. In public
Yeah.
garden, when everything is allowed, everyone is allowed. It's like, you're allowing every thought, every
Correct.
person is allowed. But in private garden, it's like, first we
Controlled.
set the plant and we sow it exactly how we want it. At the same
Correct.
time, we also are very, very particular who has to enter,
Careful. Yes.
who has to not enter.
Yeah,
Correct.
such a nice example, Omji.
Very
So
nice.
Correct.
Seriously.
So it's like perfectly very like he is saying gardener.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Continue. Continue, Omkar.
Knowledge of interaction of your conscious and subconscious minds will enable you to transform your whole life. In order to change external conditions, you must change the cause. You must change the cause. Most men try to change conditions and circumstances by working with the conditions and circumstances. To remove discord, confusion, lack, and limitation, you must remove the cause. And the cause is the way you are using your conscious mind. In other words, the way you are thinking and picturizing in your mind. You are living.
See, the entire imagery is built in our mind when we think about something. Even now, if you pick up any thought, it will have an imagery. It will form a picture in your mind. And if it is good picture, it brings a smile on the face. If it is not, then the whole, energy level is low. So it is such a beautiful line. In other ways, you are thinking and picturing in your mind. So we only have the see, it's written, most men try to change conditions. That something outside has to change, but he's clearly saying change the cause. That means the thought process we are carrying is the cause of all the disturbance having been outside. It's kind of a belief. So if I say that somebody is not able to come, and if I keep on saying, oh, one time this person didn't turn up, second time, so I'll start feeling, we can start feeling that this person is not regular or not punctual, whereas that person might be stuck somewhere, it might be occupied somewhere. But because of our keeping on repeating, we are actually, building a reality, and in that reality, the person we really want to see is actually um, vanished, just because we have put on so much of thought and belief in that, and it gets manifested. So that is why in the first where we started, he was saying that, use your mind correctly. When your mind thinks correctly, so it is like we don't have to be hard on ourselves, and it can still go on easy without giving too much of power, or we can say a negative thought to anything else. Yes, Omkar, we can continue.
You are living in a fathomless sea of infinite riches. Your subconscious is very sensitive to your thoughts. Your thoughts form the mold or matrix through which the infinite intelligence, wisdom, vital forces, and the energy of your subconscious flow. The practical application of the laws of your mind as illustrated in each chapter of this book, will cause you to experience abundance for poverty, wisdom for superstition, and ignorance for peace, and wisdom for superstition and ignorance, peace for pain, joy for sadness, light for darkness, harmony for discord, faith for confidence, faith and confidence for fear, success for failure, and freedom from the law of averages. Certainly, there can be no more wonderful blessing than these from a mental, emotional, and a material standpoint. Most of the great scientists, artists, poets, singers, writers, and inventors have a deep understanding of the working of the conscious and subconscious mind.
Yes. Anybody has to say something. I really want, all of us to contribute to certain things. So anybody has to say something? Sangeeta ji is here. Sangeeta ji, Shilpi. Anybody? Yes, Shilpi.
No, ma'am. No.
Yeah, subconscious is continuously it's reacting to our thoughts, the thoughts we are carrying, and thoughts become belief. Later on, they become patterns. So,
Yes.
every single second, minutest to minutest, our subconscious is capturing our thoughts, and from that thoughts, we are experiencing the outside world in the form of events or circumstances. Like in the second line of the stanza which Omkarji has read, it says, Your thoughts form the mold or matrix through which the infinite intelligence, wisdom, vital force, energies of your subconscious flow. So, as we have read that we are the creators. So it's basically in our hands what we let to come in and what we let to go out. What flows out from us. What
Yes.
we are carrying, we are creating that passage to flow out. So it
See,
completely depends on our will, what we are
yes.
taking as material and what we are giving out as the complete product, out product of it.
Right. So it is right they are saying now your thoughts form the mold or matrix. So the matrix means the circumstances we are creating. Because of this is happening. Because of this is happening. This can't happen. This can happen. We are only giving all kind of circumstances to the and reasonings to ourselves for something to happen or something to not happen. Are you getting Sangeeta ji? Are you getting Divishri?
Also, would like to add.
Yes.
Yes, Omkar.
Also, would like to add. See, it is so
Yes,
brilliant
ma'am.
so brilliantly and very cleverly written. See, all the issues that I think what we face, like superstition, ignorance, pain, sadness, darkness, discord, all these are the same issues that every one of us deals with. And
Yes.
it is clearly said what would be the effect if we exactly do the opposite. That means in the private garden, when we allow the thoughts of joy, when we allow the thought of light, when we allow the thought of harmony, it is exactly opposite of
Opposite.
what exactly the issues are that we are dealing with in our day-to-day life.
So
If we
imagine if somebody is actually feeling sick and he's actually starts, thinking the reverse. That I'm fine, I'm fit. It takes time, but yes, over the period, the energy body starts shifting.
yes, yes,
Yes.
Yes.
the
Actually, I was
Olden
about to
days.
say this is so automatic, that is without even our realizing. The thoughts keep on popping us, just they keep on arising. And I think when we become cautious, when we become alert, what we are allowing to get into ourselves, only then we can overcome this pattern of ours. Am I right?
Yes.
Because it's
Yes,
a
yes.
continuous process now. Every single
It's a
second there are thousands and millions of thoughts.
yes. So
and
that is a sorry.
also
Yes,
see
yes,
very
please
very
continue.
clearly, failure, freedom, all these are all the things that we usually, on an average, I'm sure we are 10 people here. We all have all the mental things here only, which
Yes.
which the author has defined here.
Which we all of us are facing. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
And the same thing he's saying, if you just do opposite of it, while thinking and being very particular whom to allow or which thought to allow, I think the issue is solved. The issues are solved.
So,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
So it's basically
So we
taming
have
the
to
thoughts,
shift
no? We have
from,
to tame them.
yeah, we have to shift from the habitual thinking and consciously sow the seeds.
Hmm. So the biggest takeaway for the
Yeah.
session today will be to, to understand the most dominant thoughts we are having, the most dominant of the day,
Hmm.
if every day. So when we start, picking up that dominant thought, we can easily start shifting, right? So we can easily
Yes.
Yes.
start shifting. That will be the best thing to happen for the session, that we pick up in the entire week, we start picking up the dominant thought, that what needs to shift, because if it's just a thought, we should have to go, experimenting as we go reading with our in our own life. That is the best thing to happen for a reading session.
Yeah, we will do that.
So you mean to say throughout the week, we are going to notice what is the dominant thought that I'm having throughout the day. And
Yeah.
if I realize that dominant thought is not as per my likingness, then I have to learn to switch over to a better thought.
Better thought. Yes.
Is it
Yes.
this? Yes.
Exactly. He says the same thing. He's saying that, you shift, like Pushkani also said, the word shift is very beautiful here. Rather than change
Hmm.
or any other word, I think that shift is something, when you say shift, it is like a transformation
Shift.
thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Transformative, more
Mm-hmm.
transformative, correct?
Yes.
And
Yes.
Yes.
when we really identify, like, example, since from morning, I was bit pissed off with the activities going around. Then I said, like, why am I focusing more on that? Let me just shift and see, like, tell myself everything is good, and whatever is happening is in my favor, is in my good way, in the way I like,
Yes. Hmm.
and everything shifted.
Hmm. This is the shift now. This was the shift.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
That one thought shifted the entire mood of the day.
Omkar, pat yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
We should clap and you should pat yourself.
No,
And thank you so much. And friends,
But
one thing
it is
we
not
have
very easy for everyone to shift the thoughts they are thinking.
See, that is
It
why
is
we
not
said that
easy for everyone.
that is the reason I
Yes,
said
we'll
this
shift
will
with
be the
practice, Sangeeta ji. We'll shift with
uh,
practice.
this
Yes,
is
yes.
why I said that for the take of the session, this will be that we have to take up the one dominant thought, just one dominant thought, and you have to see what is the dominant thought which is the most focused you are on. It can be anything. It can be on your work profile. It can be on your monetary. It can be relationship. It can be anything. The more entangled we are with that thought, that is one thought we have to shift. We have to just switch to a better thought.
and
Yes.
and
And you
Sangeeta,
can, you can
and
do
this way
one
we
thing.
will learn. Yes.
You can write that thought. You can actually write that thought, the dominant thought, let it come out, because expressing through your hand is a way of making it out, come out from your unconscious. So you can write that thought, then strike it out, literally strike that out, and then write a new thought for that.
Parolji,
And
Exactly.
then this will make you more conscious of having a better thought every time. So whenever you go back to that old zone, you will, because see,
Mm-hmm.
it was saying that we are creating pictures. So the moment you have written down, then you have strike off. That means there is an imagery you are catching from your five senses, right? So
Yes.
as you begin to see that you have already deleted, you are actually deleting that thought and you are shifting to a new thought.
Yes.
So
uh,
that is
Yes,
really
yes.
going to correct a new picture for you.
Yes,
Mm.
yes. Yes.
Parolji, sorry to
In
interrupt.
case,
Yes.
Uh,
uh-huh.
friends, can we join the new link? Because it's hardly
Yes.
1 minute 25 seconds left.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
okay. Okay,
Yes,
done.
yes, we'll link.
I'm really sorry I disturbed the flow.
नहीं, I could make out. मैंने time देख लिया था उनका. Doesn't matter.
Thank you so much. Please leave the session. Amit, Ritika ji, Shweta ji. Amit, please leave the session. Ritika ji, Shweta ji, please leave the session. Shweta ji, please leave the session. Yeah, please join the new session. Please join the new session. Shweta ji, please, can you leave the session? I'm ending this session.